Hi and welcome to SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Thank you for choosing the channel and choosing the video. Please subscribe right now. Leave any comments in the comment section. Please like and share the video as well. AEW Double or Nothing predictions for you right here, right now. Going through the entire card for you, and I'm going to give my take and predictions on the show. Going to get straight into it with the buy-in. Of course, every good show needs a pre-match show. We've got the Best Friends going against the Private Party in a tag team match for the #1 contendership during the buy-in. To give you a quick prediction, Best Friends should be winning here. They've been very impressive during this lockdown, if you want, this pandemic situation. They've continued to be many of the tapings, many of the shows, and have built themselves quite a good reputation within the tag team division, having some great matches. Private Party, not been around so much, so I think the Best Friends clearly here, rated #2 at the moment, should go over, should be the #1 contenders for the tag team titles, and I think actually should take the belts from Kenny Omega and as well from Hangman Page, seeing as the Hangman hasn't been around as much, so that way we know the belts can be defended each and every week. So for me, the Best Friends here should go over and also should become future tag team champions. We're going to go then into the main card. I'm going to start off with the TNT title. Now you have to remember with this show, of course, with the pandemic and everything going on, that we have to be forgiving that not every match will be built so perfectly throughout the entire show. But one match that definitely has been this TNT title. The tournament has done so well in building Lance Archer here to become the monster that he is. The way he destroyed Dustin Rhodes, the way he just brushed aside Colt Cabana, and now to take on Cody in the final, which arguably, yes, has been a predictable route to the final, but the way it's been booked has still been very strong. Cody against Lance Archer with Mike Tyson to present the TNT title as well, and what a great bit of business this is. Don't underestimate this. Mike Tyson is a main name that the world will know and will be tuned in, would be interested in seeing. Apparently he's coming back for a fight as well. So it's a great time. It's a good deal for Tyson. It's a great deal for AEW, and the fact they're already teasing that he's going to knock somebody out as well on the show. This is what is going to bring eyes to the prize and help grow the brand of AEW. So this for me is a great job all round. I don't really want Tyson to knock out Lance Archer, if I'm being brutally honest. I think maybe that should be better utilised somewhere else in the show. Maybe someone like a Sammy Guevara would be great to take that punch. He would sell it like $1 million as well. But going into the match itself, Cody and Lance, it could go either way here, but I'm going to go for Cody to pick up the victory. Not because of the fact that I think that Lance Archer here shouldn't win the belt. It's just more the case that I think Cody can't be going for the World Championship, and I think that it would be a good moment for him to win the title. But at the same time, I feel Cody would be so much happier winning a title in front of fans. So there is the double-sided sword for this, but I just feel Cody is going to just have enough here to go over Lance Archer, and we'll have to see where it'll go from there. I don't know if this is a one and done. Obviously, we're going to have Arn Anderson out there, probably have Jake Roberts out there as well, and I wouldn't want to see Tyson involved with any of these guys either. I don't think that would be a good look personally, but yeah, to give my prediction, I think Cody is the guy that's going to go over in this match, and I think it's been very well put together. I've really enjoyed what they've done with these two, and yeah, I think this is going to be one of the big talking points of the pay-per-view. We'll go into a couple of the quicker matches that we can talk about. Shawn Spears against Dustin Rhodes. Shawn Spears basically saying Dustin Rhodes' career was finished after he was destroyed by Lance Archer, which we mentioned a minute ago. It really screams that Dustin's going to come back here and pick up the victory, so I'm going to go for a Dustin Rhodes victory. If I was booking it, I'd actually go where we could have like a bit of fun here and Dustin Rhodes doesn't come back. We can have almost like Shawn Spears saying that it demands the victory and they have to do the 10 count to see if he would come back, and they may just do that anyway. Instead of Dustin coming out, maybe it could be someone else debuting. Could be a fun way to do that. But I think that they may do that angle and that Dustin will come out and then Dustin will pick up the victory. That's what I feel will happen. But it could be an interesting way if they wanted to delay that storyline, whether Dustin will return or not, a bit longer. But I think they won't do that. I think he'll be back at this show. Looking at a match that's probably not going to happen is Britt Baker against Chris Statlander. Britt Baker, she may have torn her ACL this past week on Dynamite, which is a real shame if that's the case. She's done so well with that character since she's turned heel, and I really felt she was going places. I thought she was going to pick up the victory in this match, so it's a shame that it's most likely not going to happen, really. It could be a great way to put someone else in her spot. Maybe Penelope Ford would be someone that could benefit if she could face Statlander in that position, but I would say if someone is going to replace them, I think Statlander probably would win. But we'll have to wait and see what would happen. But Statlander could always be added to the Women's Championship match. But of course, we don't know at this point. But if she was to be, I would say that she would be the one to lose. But we'll talk about the Women's Championship match, shall we? The Women's World Title. Nyla Rose going to be defending against Hikaru Shida in a no DQ or countout match. So this one's interesting as well. I feel this one really can go either way. Hikaru Shida, she's been there throughout the whole time, and she's been really building such a good name for herself, and I feel that she's very popular amongst the AEW fan base. Nyla Rose has been missing for a long time. She's back now, and is she here to stay? We'll have to wait and see. But of course, she's not really had a chance to show herself with a run as the Women's Champion, so it makes you feel that it's probably too soon for that belt to change hands. But Shida, she's on a roll, and I must admit, I do kind of feel that she is someone that I would like to see as the Women's Champion. You should strike the iron when it's hot, I feel, sometimes with these circumstances. Delaying it too much, the moment can go and you can miss out. And maybe that's just bad circumstances for Nyla Rose. Maybe she can come back stronger afterwards and come back here. But you would feel that this match, if it was booked and it was being done 2 months ago, I would have said Nyla Rose. But for the purposes here, and because she lost on Dynamite as well, even though I think that this was a very last-second made finish, I don't think that this was the due finish. Hikaru Shida actually lost to Nyla Rose clean on Dynamite. So usually it goes the reverse on the pay-per-view, but I think with this one, you should take that with a pinch of salt. I'm just purely going to go on the fact that she's been on a winning streak. She's been getting herself so over. I think Shida wins the gold. So I'm going to go there for Shida to pick up the victory. We'll talk about MJF and Jungle Boy. MJF has not actually been pinned at all on AEW so far. Is this the moment for that surprise victory and to really put Jungle Boy over? It's certainly a possibility, but it's not something I want to see happen. I want MJF to remain undefeated, so for that purpose alone, I'm going to go for MJF. But it's good to have him back. Both have sort of been absent, not so much been thrown together for this match, but I mean, MJF is just gold anyway, and hopefully he can continue with that momentum. Let's talk about some real creativity on this show. Let's talk about the Stadium Stampede match. Now, talk about making the most of your environment. Actually, within that football stadium, we're going to have a Stadium Stampede match with the Inner Circle and the Elite. I'm really looking forward to it. Apparently, it can go anywhere amongst that stadium. I believe there's going to be a ring in the middle. Is it Falls Count anywhere? I'm not sure that's so clear on that. It's a first of its kind. It's completely original. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think if you put this in the right place of the show, perhaps somewhere, you know, in that upper middle area, I think it breaks up the show really nicely. So I think it's going to be really exciting. The only question I've got is Hangman Page seems to be still unsure if he's on the same side here as the Elite. He kind of is an individual amongst this battle, but on the same team. Does he turn on Kenny Omega during this match? Is the fact that Matt Hardy is in the place of Cody, does that really weaken the Elite as well? You would feel that with the Inner Circle being so strong and being around, that they would feel like the favourites, therefore they could be the guys to lose in this, but I feel that there could be a way that they could find the escape to win. I don't know, you just feel that when sometimes you have these matches, the first of their kind, you sort of want to have your big stable picking up the victory. But if you look at those classic old WCW days, those classic times where you saw the what we call blood and guts here in AEW, but of course, you know, the Great Beyond match, you know, we've got the War Games match. Usually that big stable would always probably lose back in those early days. So, I mean, it's one of those that can go either way. I'm going to go for the Inner Circle, but I really do feel that this is, you know, we'll have to wait and see as it goes. Matt Jackson reportedly did pick up an injury on Dynamite as well. Could that play a factor into the match? Could it start 5-on-4? Will Matt Jackson's role just be very limited in the match? We'll have to wait and see. But as I say, I'm going to go for the Inner Circle just as just to throw out there. But like I say, I really thought it's on the fence, and because it's so new, not seen it before, generally believe that it could go either way. Another one which I think is a great inception, I think this could be a permanent thing as well for shows and years going forward, is the Casino Ladder match. What a great match that's been put together. Kind of like a Royal Rumble Gauntlet style match, but with a ladder match going on instead at the same time. And the match couldn't even finish without all competitors coming out to the ring. I think it's amazing. I really feel that this is the most exciting match of the night. And I feel it's one of those that you just wish there was some fans there to get some excitement for it as well, because I think we're going to have one or two moments where we're really going to pop. But let's go for the names that we know know, we've got Darby Allin in there. We've got freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. We've got Boom Boom Colt Cabana. We've got Phoenix, Ray Phoenix. We've got Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky from SCU. We've got Kip Sabian, Luchasaurus, and a name to be announced. So I've seen a few places rumouring that we could get maybe Drew Gulak. Of course, he's not got a non-compete clause now. He's left WWE. I've heard rumoured maybe Brian Cage is a name that could be thrown out there. There's lots of people on the indie circuit who obviously are without work right now, and it would be a good opportunity for them if they can to come in for this showing. Would it be a one-night thing? Would it be a permanent thing? Could we get one of the Revival, or now the Revolt, we should say, making their debut here? Personally, that last one, not for me. I think that it would be better suited on a Wednesday night, that one, just for me. But I'm going to go for maybe someone like a Brian Cage of those names, just purely because of the fact that he's not been around for a while. I've not seen Impact Wrestling either, so it would make kind of sense. But looking at the names here, I mean, I did think Ray Phoenix was the guy for me to win it at first. I've swapped a couple of times here, but obviously he took a bad bump on Wednesday evening, and he did pick up the victory as well, which usually doesn't mean a good sign for the pay-per-view. So I kind of feel with that, but that makes me feel that the to be announced can depend on that person. But I'm going to go for two people that have kind of already been building their blocks in AEW. One of them is Luchasaurus, who has been massively over, and the other is Darby Allin. I feel that one of these two would be perfect for that championship opportunity. Now, Darby's had a shot, and I could see Darby being the guy to win it. I would really pop if he does. But as a final prediction, I'm going to go for the Luchasaurus just because he's not had that opportunity. And I do think that Moxley versus Luchasaurus actually feels like quite an exciting matchup. To be fair, Moxley and Darby Allin does as well. But I don't know, just something says to me, Luchasaurus to pick up the victory. I think that I can see that being a potential. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the AEW World Title. Jon Moxley versus Brody Lee, the leader, the exalted one of the Dark Order. It's too soon for me. I've got to throw that out there. It's a match that's going to be great. It's going to be really good to watch. But Brody has only been there for a short time, and he's already going for the world title. Maybe this is a sign of the fact that we've had to do what we've had to do in the pandemic, and maybe the fact that Brody Lee, maybe a loss won't hurt. But I feel that it's too soon for me. Brody Lee seems to be this unstoppable kind of guy. I can see Moxley retaining the belt. So that just makes me think that what happens to Brody Lee next, it could be very interesting. Maybe there could be a turn on the Dark Order. Maybe this is a way we're going to find strength in the Dark Order because he's going to recruit better. And maybe some of these numbers will start being revealed. And maybe we'll start seeing some stronger names coming in to really give this stable some more credibility. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I think that the Dark Order has been very hit and miss since its start within AEW, and I think Brody Lee has helped it a bit. But I think that it needs a few more good disciples by his side to make this a strong stable. So maybe a loss here is the best thing, and we can start seeing some more disciples being there with Brody that actually he can depend on, rather than people that he just throws to the wolves each and every week, just like 10. So yeah, I'm going to go for Jon Moxley to retain the AEW World Title. I think he's doing a great job as champion so far. It's early days into his reign, and I think he's got a lengthy reign ahead of him. I can see him holding the belt well through the summer, possibly even into the winter months. But that's all from me anyway. That's the AEW Double or Nothing predictions video. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll be back with a video, Ask SCW, on the weekend, I imagine, probably Sunday. There is a chance maybe it could drop on Monday, but I think Sunday is probably the time. So if you want to leave a question, put the hashtag AskSCW in the comments, and you can leave that question and I'll answer it in the video. But that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Share with a friend. I'll see you next time, and enjoy AEW's Double or Nothing show.